What would Wonder Woman do? WWWD. WWWD. It's hard to say that without thinking about a website. What website is that? WD.com? No. WWWD. What would Wonder Woman do? So I was thinking about Wonder Woman. And I think I may have mentioned on the show a couple times about how, because of Wonder Woman's powers, like for example, her magic lasso, and in the original Wonder Woman, it's like you had to, in order to defeat her, you had to bind her up, I think, with the lasso, and that like took away all her powers, and that's why everyone says like, oh, this William Moulton Marston guy who created Wonder Woman, he was into bondage and stuff like that, and that's why, and it made it into the comic book themology and so forth. And so I think that will kind of translate to her character as well. She's an Amazon. She's from Themyscira, where men are not allowed. All right, so culturally, first of all, you'd have to assume that Diana Prince would probably be a lesbian, and it's that's just a simple fact of their culture. If there's no men on the island, it's been like that for hundreds of years. And people like Wonder Woman were created out of clay by the gods and so forth. It's like that would make sense. It's like, so it seems silly that in the Wonder Woman movie or in the comic books, when Steve Trevor comes by and they're like, ooh, a man, and it just happens to come by the one straight woman on the entire island. And I don't think that's the case. I think that Wonder Woman would definitely be an Amazon. She would definitely be into chicks, and she would definitely be into bondage. She'd want to be tied up. And you got to understand, this warrior culture that Themyscira is. These are women warriors, where they're all warriors. It's like the Sparta for chicks. And so it's I think even the legend of the Amazon women, they like would remove their left breasts. They would have their left breasts removed so that they could work a bow better. And that seems like logical. So you would think that maybe, Wonder Woman would only have one breast, right? Only the right one. And so it depends on how you're looking at it. It's like, it looks left to me. And it's like, well, it's her right breast. Anyway. And so, but she would also be a warrior, to get the Wonder Woman powers. In order to get that, she had to fight like all of the best people on Themyscira, all the best, the hardest warriors on Themyscira, and win in combat. She had to fight like all of the badasses and win in order to get the Wonder Woman powers, okay, and the Wonder Woman tools, her weapons and stuff like that. And you don't see it very often, but Wonder Woman, you only see her frequently running around with the jet and the lasso and stuff like that. But they come from a warrior culture, a magical culture, by the way. And so Wonder Woman also has magical weapons like sword, spears, lances. I'm sure she's well versed and well trained in all of them. All right. Wonder Woman comes from a warrior lesbian bondage culture. Okay. And so they're badasses. They're hard asses. They're hard liners. Okay. And so I wonder sometimes, as when all these riots have been going on over the last year and stuff like that, I wonder what would the Justice League would do. It's like it's times like that when there's like a lot of chaos in the world, or there's something I feel like it needs to be done. Is like, man, that's when I really wish that the superheroes existed. But then you got to understand it's a double-edged sword. It's like a superhero is just a person after all. They're just people. And so, and then when you're talking about somebody like Wonder Woman, who comes from this island that has no men, and she's a lesbian, and she's into bondage, and she's a warrior culture and stuff like that, and she hears about riots going on in Minneapolis. Wonder Woman sitting there in the Justice League is like yelling at Superman and says, Superman, we need to get our asses to Minneapolis right now and start cracking heads. And Superman sitting there like, whoa, hold up, Superman being the white liberal in the room, the Southern Democrat. Whoa. Excuse me. And I think that would be the case with Diana Prince, with Wonder Woman, and that Wonder Woman wouldn't even talk to the Justice League about it. As soon as Superman goes, well, let's slow down, Wonder Woman. We can't just go rushing in, start cracking heads. These people are protesting. And it's like, no. The rioting. Wonder Woman would look at those places, look at what's going on in those towns, and say, that is a riot. All right? Because Wonder Woman is a hardliner warrior. All right. And it's everything I love about her. All right. And so and I don't even care if that she comes from a lesbian island. I don't even care that she likes getting tied up. You know, that's her business. All right. But if she gets to go to Minneapolis and starts cracking skulls and people start learning, it's like, hey, we shouldn't burn down our cities because Wonder Woman might come down and crack our heads. And they can file all the lawsuits they want against Wonder Woman. They can file lawsuits all day and night, but she is a diplomat from Themyscira here in the United States. That means she has diplomatic immunity and she can crack heads all day long. And that's what I love about Wonder Woman. What would Wonder Woman do? So when I see these people burning down their cities, it's like the only thing that is missing is some hardline, crazy, one-titted lesbian could fly down out of the sky and start cracking these idiots' heads until they realize it's like, this is not how you behave in a free society. You know? Wonder Woman would be a hardliner, just like me. And that's what I love about Wonder Woman. So every time I see this stuff going on, I wonder, WWWD. Excuse me, I know that's disgusting.